when it comes down to this number one word, this is gonna set the tone so well that somebody's gonna know, don't ask again, don't try him, don't try that person, don't try her, because this video is going for everybody. This is not specifically for women, but I will give you a different version very soon on how saying no to a woman can definitely, you know, give her the, you're saying no to me? Really? That type of vibe. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Sorry. But you'll understand it when the video comes out. All right, so make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And so right back to this word, no. Y'all, I said it. I could have made you wait a little bit longer, but I feel like a lot of you guys had a good feel. And I was going to ask you what you think the number one word is. Did you guess it already without me even saying it? Well, maybe you guys already had a good feel. But no is one of the most 100%, I would say 100, but there's other words that are just as powerful. Like they're at the top one. So there'll be like 3 at the top one. So when it comes down to you saying no, what makes it so powerful is that you're telling her that that is not going to happen. And then when you're dealing with a man, you're telling a man no, and y'all should know this as well. She's also letting you know that you got to work harder, pretty much. Like, no, I don't want to see you. And y'all are going to feel away, right? Y'all are going to be like, oh, that's how she's going to be. Some of y'all will still stick around. Some of y'all might not be as impacted. And y'all might just be like, okay, like, I'm not going to be trying. I'm not going to be chasing. Again, it kind of plays onto like the type of person you are, and of course how bad you want somebody, how much you're able to also detach yourself, disconnect, and move forward and not like really wait around. Sometimes it's very hard, especially if you've been dealing with somebody for so long and you want to make things work out. Now back to this powerful way and why it's you got to say it, why it's a must to say no. You got to look at it like this. If somebody is like, I could already get it, what are they going to most likely do? Especially if they need it, want that thing. They're going to go ahead and ask for it. Now, here's the thing. Wherever the position they're at in your life, if they, first of all, wouldn't do the same for you, and also if you're the type that is a yes man, a yes woman, what's happening? You're going to be the one that's going to get walked all over. I feel like, unfortunately, this is so common because people have like upbringings that made them be like, okay, well, this is the only way I'll receive love. This is the only way I'll get accepted. So I have to say yes. I can't say no to that person. Meanwhile, when you go ahead and give them the no, it could be maybe difficult for you to do that because you're not wired that way, and you try to find love in different ways of saying yes. So you have to maybe even people please, that sorts of stuff. But my point is back to when you go ahead and say no, it becomes powerful because that person understands that this person already knows themselves.
Ignoring, or if there's other stuff that you have going on, it could be about anything self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. Get a track woman you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over, and it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories, and if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are going to be perfect for that, and you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below. You don't gotta be the one that has to say yes if you don't want to, if you're not comfortable. Now, because I said it in the beginning of the video, you're basically setting the tone. What you're also saying is that if you do something wrong again, guess what? The no is going to look like a no in a different way. So remember, no doesn't have to just be the word. You're not verbally just saying no. You could also be saying no by literally showing your actions, to be rejecting, to be disconnecting, to detach, right? To be dismissive, all sorts of stuff. But the point is that when you go ahead and do that, you want to make sure that you're doing that, but you got to make sure that you're not going to go back, because you could say no, but it's not going to be as effective if that person knows all they got to do is a few little things. Look a certain way, pay you this way, show up in this way, be consistent just for a little bit, and then a new day comes and they're different. Y'all might be familiar to some of these things. Comment some of the things that you feel like is difficult to say no to. Some of the things that you just be like, forget it. Like, I just couldn't. I can't help myself. Because I feel like the key thing is that you might not get that you have to say no, right? But when you start feeling like, oh, this is hurting internally, it changes what you want to do, and now it's about the strength of saying it. For the people that it's so easy to say no, like you have no problem saying no, that's great for you, right? But I don't think it's always the easiest thing when you care about somebody and you have feelings, because it's not even a lover. You could think about that person that just you have a soft spot for. It could be literally a younger sibling, a child, your mother, your father, your best friend, auntie, uncle, who, right? So it just goes on to like, how do you say no? Now, I'm not saying that certain people need to receive a no. Understanding and like figuring out the person is so important, because what you're trying to do in that case is like say, okay, this person, I have to tell them like, okay, I'm not going to do this every time. Or I noticed they got so comfortable because I say yes all the time. I'm always there. So they think that this is okay, that they could keep being this way with me, but they cannot. And the only way that they can realize they cannot be that way is if you go ahead and change that. It's just literally a powerful thing in itself, because it's you already saying that like, I don't let you do that, right? It's comparing it to when somebody's like, well, I can't help myself. I got to. I love you. It's you also saying, I'm going to hurt myself in the process. Now, understand, like, you can't help what situations you're in, because, like, let's say if you're helping, like, a family member, or you're helping somebody that you really, really care about, it's kind of like, oh, like, I want to be there. I'm just that type of person. But there has to be boundaries set, because what if you get to the point where you can't be helping them in that way, and yet they still want you to find a way? Where's the consideration for you, right? So I'm saying, even if you say no one time, that's fine. You don't have to be like, oh, I have to keep saying no. Oh, that's gonna hurt me. Or no, they need me, or they supporting me for so long. That's a different story as well, because if somebody also showed you why you should say yes, or you know that they'll give you like a reason to, you know that they could be there and you could trust them, then by all means, go for it. But when it's the opposite, you definitely want to be careful that you're not playing yourself, you're not hurting yourself in the process, right? And so I'm just going to wrap up with this, with saying that are self-improving in the process. This is so serious. This is why I have a whole no contact guide and journal available. Y'all could go ahead and purchase it. If you need somewhere to start off, then you need all the breakdowns, all the insight, the information, and I have structure in there, help you, prompts, things that will tell you, you got this, but it'll give you also reasons why. And I have stories in there that tells you why no contact has worked for people, all types of stuff. It's so detailed, y'all. That's how much information I made sure to put in there. Step up no contact, or if you need somewhere to start and you need something to help you, this is like me guiding you as you go through no contact. That's how I customized it for y'all. So you can check that out by clicking the link down below. See what you could do with no contact, how far you could do it. Just learn everything, have the guidance and accountability partner. Although I'm not actually there, you'll feel that sense from this journal and guide.